Hey, it's Lisa Wimberger here. I'm the founder of Neurosculpting, and I have helped thousands of people learn really powerful tools to regulate their minds and their bodies, including pro athletes, entrepreneurs, and those with serious stress-based illnesses. So I'm really excited to help you do the very same thing through education and some incredible guest experts. And together, we're going to discover the formula to unlock hope. So welcome. I am so excited to talk with Bryant Wood. So let me, before we jump in, let me give you his very elaborate bio that he gave me, which is master breathwork teacher and co-founder of Modern Nirvana. Okay, he's a lot more than that, I promise. And we're gonna get into that because I love your humility. You're like, oh, it's just that. Not really, but.
Well, the more words, the less meaning. And also there's like a master in there. Like that's pretty egoic if I could say so myself. Like, what do you mean? Could you imagine like 3 more masters in a title? Like,
Master, guru, master.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Doing my
anyway.
best. Hashtag Bryant Wood.
You're doing great. I really wanted to talk to you on Unlock Hope because I feel like you're doing that. I feel like from my online interactions with you to my personal interactions with you, you always leave people with a smile and this incredible energy. Like you just ignite this energy for people. And it happens through different ways, right? It happens whether it's through your play or through your breath work or through your posts, but you're igniting something in people. And I want to know why you're doing that. I want to know what that means to you. And then I want to get into some nitty gritty. So what's your mission and why are you spending your time lighting other people up?
You know, there's a saying where you're the best teacher at the thing you don't know that you're teaching. Right? So the way that you described lighting people up, I couldn't comprehend that people could be, out or distinguished or like, you know what I mean? Like silently, like not in their flame, and that's a lot of the world right now.
Yeah.
And I also didn't know that one person could change the lives of many every single day just by being themselves and being a light in the world. But the way that I learned that was through my beautiful little mother. She's constantly lighting the way for everybody. And because I'm interested in, let's say, quote unquote, the highest good, right? If there's something, I pray for that. I'm like, show me the highest good. Like, I know nothing. What is the highest good of this moment? What do I need to know with this information? And you begin to perceive, all right, who's doing good things on the planet? And what does that good embodied look like?
Let's
And
talk.
most important, go ahead.
I was going to say, let's talk a minute about your cute little mother
She's so
who is having dance parties with you. And let's also frame how cute your little mother is. She birthed triplets
I know.
plus some.
80 plus pounds, 280 days, 80 plus pounds.
Oh my God. And she is this ball of light for you, right?
So one of my fondest memories is her forcing my brothers and I to kiss each other, saying, love your brother, love your brother. And I just remember like, no. But then I grew into loving them dearly. So, it was,
Did you always get along?
no.
No.
And that's one of the miraculous things about my journey is our family grew closer together as I started to heal.
Okay, what did you start to heal? Because this gets into I'm gonna just dive right in. Okay.
And also Lisa's like the
Yeah.
best mom in the world, by the
Oh,
way,
thank
everyone. So
you.
it's like good mom recognizes good mom here.
Oh, it's my highest calling is to be my daughter's mother. She saved my life, truly.
Yeah.
So yeah, if I'm good at all, it's because of her, for real. But so something drastically changed in you between, dare I say, America's Next Top Model and The Circle. Where, okay, so just to frame it for people who may not have watched, because this was already a long time ago, right? This is not even who you are now. But in America's Next Top Model, you had some ego and you were showing up. right? You were showing up with swagger, and you were showing up
I
like
don't know
with
if
your
it's swagger,
shirt
but
off and the swagger, and you're like, I'm gonna rock this, and the girls love me and all that stuff. And then we get to like fast forward to my next encounter with you was the circle, and you're this heart driven, completely lit up. I just want to spread good in the world. And you showed up extremely differently. And I, you know, I had seen these before I knew you.
Mm,
But in meeting you for the first time when we bumped into each other in the escalator, you did not have that ego thing. I
mm.
didn't feel it. And I responded very openly because I didn't feel that ego. What the hell changed?
You know what? I think the main thing that changed was that the journey itself changes you, right? And we're all kind of on this hero's journey, and it's very specifically architected to transform us into something that we eventually want to be, I feel. And I would say the depth of my sorrow and my pain by being in that state of ego
Mm.
and and I was a dick, like whatever that was. Like let's just call it as it is. Like, whatever that was extremely painful to be in. I couldn't sleep at night and I had to do
How did the
everything.
pain manifest for you other than sleep? Were you lonely? Were you alone? Were you compulsive?
Yeah.
Like what was it?
I still feel the residue of
Mm.
that time of my life energetically, right? So I'm constantly moving through waves of emotions. And to look back on that time, there's the basic not enoughness, there's the
Mm.
basic not being loved, there's the basic not being on purpose or mission. But I
Mm.
think at the core of it all, what it was for me is I wasn't someone that I really enjoyed being.
Mm.
And as a kid, I was super connected to source. It felt great. And then as I got older, I realized I'm like, I got too far into the world. And that when you want to be connected to source, that is a painful thing to experience because you're not in your truth.
Mm. How did it support you or get in the way to be a triplet? How does that play in? Because you're kind of sharing the world in a very strange way that most people don't understand. So, what did that do for the sorrow and then the moving through it?
It's a really good question. And to reflect on kind of the Trinity energy, to have two other people to bounce off on, to love, to interact with, to compete with, to fight with, to hate, to love unconditionally,
Mm.
right? Consistently for the entirety of your life is a really
Whoa.
powerful gift from the universe. It teaches you very profound lessons. And I learned most of my lessons within the tribe, within the family, right? I didn't
Mm.
need friends because my family was working
Mm.
itself out to be strong and
Mm.
take care of each other. So from an early onset, the feeling, and this is actually a week ago discovery. So don't think
Really?
yeah, this is a 1 week ago
You've
discovery.
heard it first here, people.
Hmm.
Okay.
And I'm still moving through the emotions of it because it's so real to me,
Mm.
right? And also could probably be understood by many. As a kid, I was the fraternal one. They were
Mm-hmm.
identical.
Oh, I feel where you're going.
You know where I'm going?
Yeah.
I didn't know this because I put on such armor of confidence and showmanship to get attention that I really felt neglected from my brothers that I'm almost gonna cry right now. Oh, my
Oh
brother.
my God.
That they were best friends and I was like the odd man out. I turned into this character, like look at me, I'm like a character now.
Oh my God.
And I didn't realize this till last week. I was like, I wanted to be different. I was like, dress me different, all these things, but it's because I could never be in that little group because they were, one egg, I was another. And that's
It's
from the
almost
very
like if you
core of my
push them
imprint.
away first, they can't push you away. So dress me different, be a
Mhm.
character.
And I never knew that. And I still actually haven't told them that. I was planning on doing it yesterday, but I'm really excited to express that.
Wow.
I don't know what you could heal, but now, we talk every day and, this is going to sound silly, but they would post Instagram posts of just them like saying, this is my best friend. I was like, oh,
Oh, oh
like,
my
like, wow.
God.
I was like, is like, I'm right here too. But now we're extremely close and everyone's kind of got each other's backs and like we're this really amazing like tribe. But Um,
What a surreal experience, because okay, as triplets, fraternal or not, you already have a bond different from most humans that we may look at from the outside and go, oh my God, to have that bond for life. What you said was to have a tribe that you could bounce hate and love off of unconditionally for the rest of your life. That actually made me feel like, oh, I want one like that. But then to hear from inside of it, even there is the potential separation and the aloneness or the outsideness you could feel as the fraternal versus the identical.
mhm,
Never thought about that.
mhm.
Wow. Um, what do you think they're going to experience when you tell them?
I don't think they're that deep. I don't think they don't really care, you know. They love me. They just love me. They're like, "Oh, that's cool, man. Like I got you. Like,
Yeah.
I love you. That wasn't it. That was your own perspective, you
Right,
know."
right, right, right.
Um, but I think the going back to how I've healed since America's Next Top Model and the circle, and
Mm-hmm.
if anybody wants a case study in how breathwork meditation or any self-healing practices work, go and watch season 22 of America's Next Top Model. Watch me there. I was the first one out, so it's only like 1 or 2 episodes. Then go and watch The Circle on season 2, okay, on Netflix, both on Netflix right now. And I was only on like 2 episodes, first one out,
I
right?
I
Same
was so
concept.
sad. I was so sad when you got kicked out because you were like, "Oh God, I just wanted to be here to love people."
But like I accomplished, but anyways, I accomplished my goal. I was like, all right, I want to share about breath work and spread love. And I did that in 1 or 2 episodes, you know.
Mm.
But if you go back and look, that was a defining moment in my life, the circle, because I had a moment to reclaim my power back from the reality show of America's Next Top Model.
Mm.
And TM had no psychological care. It didn't. And reality TV needs to, and they have now, right? But at the
Oh,
time, they didn't.
wow.
So when I got out of ANTM, I took it terribly. I started crying. There's a video of me online saying like I thought I was going to be a model for the rest of my life. You know what I mean? It's so funny and embarrassing. It hurts my heart to watch it. But then fast forward, I had this feeling. I was like, it'd be so funny if I got out first on the circle. I was like, there's no better cosmic joke than if this happens to me. And then I did, and then I was like, okay, this is the moment. I felt my heart rate start to go up a little bit.
Yeah.
Right? I'm on, TV. I'm like, and I know that everyone's watching this, and I'm aware that this is what's gonna be played. I was like, all right, how do I feel my most powerful in this moment to reclaim my power back from ANTM and back from the world
Mm.
trying to tell me that I'm not good enough to like get on season episode 2 of a reality show, you know? So I sat on the couch and I opened up my arms and I started breathing. I was like, I'm so grateful for this once in a lifetime opportunity. Right. I just completely shifted my state and decided to feel my most powerful. And then just when I left, there was an exit speech. I was like, all right, share love, end this thing, get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? On to the next project.
But you could really see it, and I think, okay, so you just said something really, really potent, and it's not just for your journey, it's for everyone's journey,
Mm,
is we tend to narrate about our lives, and that keeps us a little distanced from it. You took that opportunity instead of to talk about your feelings, you took that opportunity to be in them and then one step further to shift them.
mm,
That's present moment ownership. That's presence. And I watched it, and I was like, wow, I didn't know you were the same character until later. Like, I mean, I had watched those shows separately, right? And I wasn't
mm,
like, let me follow Bryant Wood and see him from season, it was just like I couldn't grasp that it was the same person. So
mm,
you actually did the state change
mhm,
prior to that show, but you did the state change on camera.
mhm.
And my heart hurt when you left because I was like, oh, he was really there for good reasons.
I know.
And then and then what was even more special, because you never know what to believe in our curated lives. We see reality shows. We have Instagram where if people are even posting the negative, it's the pretty negative, right? It's like I'm going to post the ugly cry only if it has this effect. Like we still don't see people's crap. But
Mm,
so you still don't know what to believe, but what I loved when I took your breathwork class at the conference we met at some time ago already, it's been a year and a half.
mm,
you were that person. You were this bright person. And I'm also, and as a facilitator of things, I watch other facilitators to see, not that I'm looking for disingenuine nature. I'm just looking to see what looks authentic and feels authentic. And what I noticed about your facilitation was, beyond the words, beyond the practice, beyond all that, every single person that walked in the room, you made eye contact with, you said welcome, and you made us all clap for them. And I was like, what a world to live in, that anyone who walks in the room, even if they're late, they get the applause.
I know.
And then I was like, okay, so this guy's genuine. I was really happy that there was congruency between what I thought I knew of you and what was actually occurring. But then even more so was after you presented, when the spotlight was gone and the room was clearing, you gave equal, full, pure presence time to every single person that waited to talk to you. Old, young, male, female, able-bodied, disabled. You were like in it. You're like, tell me more. Tell me more about you. What can I do? And so that's what I see as this authentic expression, which I think role models being present, which I'm going to make the leap, is role modeling hope, that no matter what, you can actually show up. So tell me about what does hope mean to you, and how is it showing up in your work in the world?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for that beautiful reflection. When I take people's classes, that's what I observe as well. And that's what I learn from, is that sincerity and that authenticity and that those little things that are able to build more love in a room for safety. So it's cool to be seen in that way, you know? And I think that's also a byproduct of how we show up in the world, right? We're gonna be like saying hi to people at the gas station, making sure that they're good, you know? But as far as how my work plays in how my work affects hope on the planet, you know, hope means something, you know, different at different times in your life, and also to different people. Hope could mean like you have a hope to have the dream job, or have enough money to pay rent, or hope that this person's going to survive this, or, you know, hope that you're going to be happy, or hope that the happiness is going to continue, or, you know, there's so many different things. And I would feel like simply what my work does is it creates hope that I can shift my perspective of this reality to something that's more enjoyable. Right? Hope that I can get out of my mind and come into my heart, or connect my mind and heart, and be someone that I really enjoy and make the world a better place. And the cool thing is, I'm not giving anybody hope. I'm just being the thing. And people are like, oh, that's easy. Of course I can do that. Like, that guy can do it with the weird, like, small jumper, you know, like I can for sure do it. Like, you know, and I'm just that little like silly reminder of like, yo, you're amazing. You're so powerful. I love you so much. Like, and I'm just giving the good energy, you know, with no attachment. And they're able to remember that that's their natural state. And the cool thing about breathwork is it creates space. So all the density, all the harder emotions, you can be more susceptible and more affected by the good vibes, good energy that's naturally inside you once you clear that out, which you know very well.
Yeah, I love that. So talk more about modern nirvana and your oracle deck.
We gotta get you there. We gotta get you
Yeah,
speaking there.
I'm game. I'll bring
Lisa's
the
at
drums.
another level. Everyone here's probably took one of your classes before, but her neural sculpting class is, I learned so much.
Oh,
And the
thank you.
Zook retreat was the best experience of my life.
You stole the
Let's
show,
go.
man. You stole the show.
I have 4 photos up there, everybody. One of them is from Lisa's retreat
You
right there.
do?
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
couldn't
God.
put it up. Yeah, right there. That
That's
one.
amazing. I've never seen more competitive nature come out, and hysterical dancing was like the highlight of the retreat, was to see you going head to head in a dance off.
Oh,
That needed to be its own reality show. Maybe
so
maybe next
good.
time.
That's my reality side came out in that, because of Danimal too. That guy was
Yes.
competitive as well. So Modern Nirvana is a summit that happens once a year. This last one we had Dave Asprey, who's I think your client, and like Luke Story, and John Laurent, and like all these amazing different teachers and facilitators and thought leaders. We have an amazing stage, and then we have a bunch of different exhibitors, and we create these one-off experiences once a year to, most importantly, introduce community to each other in like an emotionally coherent way, where like if you get 1,000 people together that are all interested in bettering themselves, like you're going to make some friends, you know. And we're really good at curating that kind of energy. But this time we're moving it to Los Angeles for October 7th and 8th in 2023. So
Nice.
you got to come there.
Okay, I'll keep those dates free. Tell me a little bit about how what you do with Modern Nirvana ripples out throughout the year. Like, how does it ripple in you? How does it ripple in the people that have attended? What are you noticing?
That's a really cool thing to say. And that's probably the main thing that I notice is the ripple effect when you're producing something big like that. And I'm sure you feel into the same thing with your retreats and everything that you're doing. But anytime you create something with a lot of people involved, there is a massive ripple effect of abundance, of joy, of you can change a city by throwing something in that city with a bunch of people that wake up to a good energy just by that one interaction. So I still experience the benefits that I don't do it for. I've never done it for the benefits, but like now that I've done this 3 or 4 times, I'm like, oh wow, every time you produce something in this matrix that takes you a long time, that has a lot of people involved, it actually creates a lot of good. People, create businesses because of it, get married because of it. You know what I mean? Like, and it just keeps on going and going. And then you also start becoming known for it as well, which is interesting. That's I do.
And then Oracle deck. You made an Oracle deck. What's that about?
That was the coolest manifestation. Let's go.
Where did that come
I
from?
was 22 reading Aleister Crowley, who's this occult wizard guy, right? Polymath. Interesting. Don't recommend him, but
Okay.
if you're interested in that stuff. But he had this interesting story of working with an artist and creating the Thoth tarot deck, right? And I was like, I would love to create an Oracle deck as a kid. I would love to. It'd be so cool. But I can't draw, and it would take me a while to write it. So I just didn't do it. And then Jennifer Sodini, who is a 2-time best-selling author of the Menti Oracle deck, reached out to the Modern Nirvana team and was like, hey, do you want to partner on this? And then I'm telling you, this was the easiest, most beautiful, sacred creation that we've all done. It took us, 6 months to build. And then now it's in Barnes and Nobles and, all these things. And there's breathworks in it. There's so much wisdom, and the cards are beautiful. So
what a manifestation.
Yeah, it's easy.
It came to you. You planted the seed years ago, and it came to you. I want to do a neurosculpting oracle deck. I've wanted to for years, but I'm in the same situation. I'm like, I don't draw. I don't have time. It'll happen when it happens.
Nice.
Okay, so what's on your agenda for what you want to put out to the world and who you want to reach and who you want to affect?
I have this tattoo right here. It's from Edgar Allan Poe during my moody 20-year-old stage. No, 20 or something like that. But it says, dreaming dreams no mortal has ever dared to dream before. Right?
Oh God, I love that.
And you can feel the ego in there.
Yeah.
And there's a few of us that through meditation can steal from source, can steal from God, and bring that and manifest it into this plane, right? So I have a couple ideas, and they're so exciting. They're so cool. And I don't want to lose myself in the creation of it. And I don't give a fuck if it happens.
Okay, great.
But it's super cool. And this is my cute little dog.
I know, he's adorable. He's adorable.
So, but right now I'm focusing on breath work and Modern Nirvana. And then there's bigger activations happening, which I'm excited about. But I have the advanced course. I have the breathwork ceremonial course with Yoga Alliance. I have I've been speaking everywhere now, right?
Yeah.
I had a chance to speak at your conference, which was so much fun.
Yeah, we're going to do more things together. I already know that.
So question, because I think you have such a good eye for this. What do you think that teachers and facilitators need to be doing most right now based off of your understanding with the world?
Walking their talk. I feel like we get so stuck in the marketing and the messaging of things, that sometimes we spend more time on the outward projection of what we're doing versus cultivating the inward mojo of it. I feel like, someone like you're cultivating your practice, and that's what you're emanating. The dancers that I hire for the dance retreats, they live their art, and then they emanate it. But a lot of us in the self-help world are busy collecting information and quickly outputting it without metabolizing it, not just digesting and metabolizing, but synthesizing our lives around it. And there's a big difference to me. Like when we get information, we can do a couple things with it. We can hold it and regurgitate it. We can comprehend it and then share it from a place of what I know about this. We can analyze it and start to find ways in which we can mold it, because what we've analyzed is giving us new meaning. And then we can apply it and watch the changes it makes in our lives. And then we can synthesize, which is to allow it the time and space to change us. So now we go out to the world differently because of it. And I don't think many of us in this industry get past comprehension. And this is like kind of my thing with conferences, even my own, right? I'm always looking at, did I get the people past comprehension? Can they be changed and now emanate that change in the world because of what they understood, analyzed, and metabolized? And we're in the information age, and I don't think we need any more of it, honestly. Sure. I feel like we need what you're doing, which is state change in front of you to show you that you can state change. I feel like that's what facilitators need to do. They need to be practitioners of their art and their practice, and also great teachers. They need to be great teachers, but you can't teach authentically that which you don't do. And that was the first point you said, was be your authentic light. And that's what ripples out to other people. So that's my little soapbox.
Thank you so much. It's cool to see this come full circle in my life, this conversation, because like probably 7 years ago, I sat down with this guy called Baba. I think it means wise father. I'm not sure. And I was like, hey, if there's one piece of advice I need to take with me for the rest of my life that I can apply right now, it's like the student's like, give me the best possible.
Give me the one
advice.
thing.
Yeah, exactly. What do I need to do?
Yeah.
And he's like, sits there with a good amount of time in between the space of the question. And he's like, speak from experience. And I was like, okay.
The best teachers speak from experience, and experience gives you something to speak about. If you don't have experience, you only have mimicry. And that only gets you so far. It's a telephone game, right? Like if all you do is regurgitate so that other people then just mimic, then it's the telephone game that 10 mimics later, it's a corrupted, defragmented version that is nothing. But if you're speaking from your experience, then you're transmitting, and then everyone who receives it will then be encouraged to transmit, and transmission through authentic self that's how we find our human connection. I almost feel like information has the potential to divide, and experience has the potential to unite. And but it's a balance, right? Because we need information to metabolize so we can have experience.
It's so interesting even my thought patterns right before this podcast, I was like, I'm thinking about certain pieces of information to share. And I've known now from my experience of doing podcasting and speaking that I'll never actually use the information I'm thinking about using during the podcast. And it actually is limiting to me if I do.
Yeah.
And I was able to kind of let go of that thought pattern. I think another thing to pinpoint is like, if you're not embodying the practices or the teachings, that's okay, right? That's okay. But then what is the process of becoming embodied with the things that you're interested in?
Yes, absolutely. And if you're not embodying the practice you're teaching, again, that's okay, but you're
Don't
not,
teach it for one.
but you're not good. You're not going to get to the next level of teaching, right?
Mm,
Because there's no next level because you're not even at the experiential level. So it's interesting, living in the information age and going to all these conferences where there are incredible speakers and experts. And if we had a little sifter and we actually looked at what sifted out that's usable from those experiences for the participants, I wonder how much we could scale back in what we offered, and then make that sifter sift out more. I feel like we're always going for like bigger speakers, more this, more that, but what's actually sifting out? I don't know, but I know it's much smaller than what's offered.
I love that.
Yeah, I mean,
That's what's special about your retreat.
oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I try to make it really experiential. But so, okay, one or two things for our listeners to hold as nuggets that might bring a smile to their face or a belief in their heart or a little shiny light to their day.
Yeah. One or two things, we'll combine them. I would say joy and beauty inside. How can you cultivate that joy and beauty inside? Right.
I
And
love that.
have as much fun as you possibly can when you create that for yourself.
Oh,
Okay. Think
fun.
of it as if joy was a state of being, which we've all been there before at some point, right? Build that state of being from the foundation up into your body. Yes, yes, you know what I mean? Like, and then let your cells begin to vibrate and breathe in more of that joy, fill yourself up with it, spend time in that space, right? Ground the joy, and then do your best to see the world as beautiful, see yourself as beautiful, no matter what anything looks like. And then everything will transform and change from there. Simply put, your energy is your destiny. Your free will is how well you take care of that energy.
Oh my God. Wait, say that again. Energy is your destiny.
And your free will is how well you take care of that energy.
Oh, wow. Okay, I want to consolidate and tell you the 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 things I took from this as nuggets that I'm going to metabolize.
You're so cool.
Okay, first thing.
I want to be like you when I grow up.
First thing, be your authentic light. That was the first thing that I'm going to metabolize. Second thing, just enjoy being you. And if you're not the you enjoy being, then go be the you enjoy being.
Let's go, Dr. Seuss. Come on.
Oh my God. 3, shift your state in the moment as the biggest capacity to change other people. 4, hope equals an ability to shift your perception and your reality. And I added to that equals your ability to adapt. 5, dreaming dreams no mortal has ever dared to dream. And then the little in quotes, I love the quote you said, stealing from God. That needs to be a book. Just saying, stealing from God, that might be your next book. And then the last piece, energy is your destiny, free will is how well you take care of that.
I'm blushing. I've never blushed on a podcast
You
before. That's
didn't?
funny.
Well,
It's so cool to be seen. Thank you.
oh my
Wow.
God. No, I mean, that's why I wanted to talk with you because you emanate and I see it, I feel it, I've felt it consistently in all of our interactions. And I want my people who are trying to unlock hope in their lives, I want them to feel it too. And you're transmitting it. So I'm so blessed to have had you with us.
Yeah.
And we'll have to do this again. Bryant, thank you so much.
Love you and love everybody listening too.
Yes.
You got this. You got
Yes.
this so much.
Thanks for listening to Unlock Hope. If you'd like to follow us on social media, we're at Neurosculpting Institute on Facebook, at Neurosculpting on Instagram. You can always reach out to us on our website, neurosculpting.com, and you can download our app, Neuropraxis. Stay well, everybody.